Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Hammers Headlines, and we have so much stuff to get through. It's relentless. Why? Because we're West Ham. That's just the norm these days. This, of course, is in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown, kumb.com. Great forum, great website. Get across there, check them out. But without further ado, may as well get started on today's first story, and that is the fact that West Ham could be promoted. Yes, you have heard me right. In the rebranded Champions League under the new European Superliga plans that are being discussed at the summit meeting. Now, according to lots of reports coming out, it's claimed that UEFA will discuss plans to completely reformat the way its European competition works. Now, West Ham are playing in Europa League this season, and it's our third consecutive season in European football for the first time in our history. And we came within one win of qualifying for the Champions League back in 2021. We had a few seasons where we've been close through the Premier League. But considering that the Premier League is fiercely contested, qualifying domestically is extremely tough for clubs like West Ham. Indeed, winning the Europa League may be the only realistic way of qualifying for the Champions League, and different plans for a European Super League to rival the UEFA's competitions, which would have meant a fixed number of elite clubs guaranteed a place with no promotion or relegation, were booted out back as they arrived back in 2021. What a ridiculous plan that was. And UEFA has already announced that the format of its European competitions will change from next season. So the number of teams competing in the group stages will increase from 32 to 36, while the traditional group stage will change to a single league phase, with clubs playing 8 matches against 8 different opponents. The top 8 qualify for the last 16, with the 8 below competing in a 2-legged playoff against the next 8 for the right to join them. But further changes could be on the cards, which could see the likes of West Ham given the chance to finally play at the top of the elite European football. West Ham could be promoted to a rebranded Champions League under the new UEFA Super League plans to be discussed at the summit meeting. West Ham could fall into a Division 2 or 3 of a new 3-division UEFA structure with promotion and relegation. And according to loads of reports overnight, UEFA are considering possibly changing the format for the European Cups from the year of 2027, but this is still yet to be discussed. And if they were to accept the project, the new tournament format would be planned to be introduced no earlier than 2027. So West Ham would likely, potentially, if we keep getting European football, start out in Division 2 or Division 3 of the new plan, should we qualify through our Premier League finishes or domestic cup successes, if you name it. But there will be a promotion and relegation place there. This is all up in the air, but there could be an opportunity for us sooner rather than later to get Champions League football. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Next up, we're talking to you about another link coming our way for January, and it's apparently, according to sources, that West Ham are considering making a move for Wolves defender Nelson Semedo. According to several reports, we've got Vladimir Coufal, who's entering his final year of the contract with a potential year-long extension to go. He is 31 years old, and Semedo has been the first choice right wing back since his arrival from Barcelona in September of 2020, and he has 27 full caps for the Portuguese national side. So this could be a very good player. He's valued at around about £15 million, according to lots of the valuations online. But I think he could be a very good fit, having Premier League experience, and that could be something that would be vital for West Ham. Now, we have no doubts in our minds that we need to look at bringing strength in those areas of the park. But Vladimir Coufal has had a bit of a resurgence in his career. Again, 3 assists in 3 games is the current stats for him. So if he keeps getting down that wing, then so be it. But Semedo is a player definitely to keep an eye on. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. Last but not least, the match officials have been announced for our game against SC Freiburg. Of course, no West Ham fans will be travelling to the game on Thursday, but it's going to be officiated by the Swedish referee Mohammed Al Hakim. He was born in Iraq. He was 8 years old when he moved to Sweden with his family, and he settled in the town of Köping, where he still lives. And he became a professional referee in 2008, and he started officiating in the second tier of the Swedish league. But he's refereed a total of 250 ties, in addition to 48 Swedish Cup ties as well. So this is going to be interesting because it's going to be the first time he's come up against West Ham. But he's taken charge of games in the Europa League, the Europa Conference League, and the UEFA Youth League. He was also refereed at the FIFA World Cup and the European Championship qualifiers, and he's done plenty of Nation League ties and international friendlies as well. He's 38 years old, and he's a commissioned officer also in the Swedish Armed Forces. So something to keep an eye on. The VAR will be a Frenchman, Jerome Brissard, who refereed the Sparta Prague's matchday 1 win over uh, other teams as well. So yeah, keep your eye on the match officials, but they have been announced for the game for SC Freiburg. Hope that's all the information you need for today. Champions League football on the horizon for West Ham. Who knows? Who knows? That has to be discussed. Semedo a target for January. The match officials have been announced. Go back and check out our West Ham Daily we did earlier on today. Loads of content coming your way on the lead up to European football. We never know, because we might have some interesting information on the Matchday Live on Thursday. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel, because, of course, fans are not allowed inside the stadium. Or are they? Wink, wink. Take it easy, everyone, and come on, you irons.